Hello everybody, welcome back to Space Engineers, here with Morilibus, and as always, well not always, as last time we are picking up where we left off. So we almost have our drill ship, and we almost have our reactor. Now I'm wondering, let's just see something. I was thinking about this afterwards. Like, we made that one reactor component fairly easily with the amount of stuff we had. So what are we missing? I mean, we know we need silver. We know we need the gravel. Okay, and we know we need iron. So let's just see if we could possibly... Let's see how much we could do. Let's make sure everything is in our assembler right now. In terms of parts, everything but iron is. And... because, I mean, we made that one component with just that one little piece of rock we picked up. So there's a good chance that... Okay, so we got plenty of iron. Yeah, like gravel, we're about almost a quarter of the way there. Silver, not so much. But I think it might be worthwhile just to make these by hand and collect them up. Because otherwise, like I said, I don't know what will happen to this. Oh, this thing's like off-center. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Although I think there's a way we could have restored this power to the station as well. I just learned something. There's a new update out today, which is yesterday. I didn't know there was these rotor parts. And you've been able to detach rotor heads and attach rotor heads for a little while. So what we might have been able to do, well, that's kind of huge. I know you could fit, can you fit, I don't think you can fit a big rotor head on a small rotor, can you? But we could have possibly done is restored power using the rotor trick, which is now a part of the game. So that might have been an option as well that I hadn't thought about. So like if we had put a rotor on this guy, got rid of the connector altogether, which way is the right way, and done something like that, and then put a little rotor head on that ship, and then just smashed the ship into it, or not smashed it, placed it, and then use the new like detach, reattach feature. So as long as we had parts for the rotor, which doesn't actually take that much, we would have been okay. So that was another way we probably could have saved ourselves, or I could have saved myself instead of starting over. But oh well, that's in the past. So yes, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to get enough silver so that we can finish that. Because otherwise, I've been messing around in creative mode. Not in this world, but in a little test world. Because Darkstar Colosso, let's go with that, had suggested, what if we made like a molar ship that was for like utility, that had interchangeable parts. So like, we could swap out its drills for welders, swap out its welders for grinders and so forth. And I thought about it, and I started messing around, and I've been messing around a lot with it, and I really like that idea. I wasn't sure how easy or hard it was going to be, and I think I've come up with something that will work, and I'm just kind of working out the details to make it, can you... Oh my god, really? You can destroy ore with a drill? That's terrible. That shouldn't be possible. Interesting. But yeah, I'm just working out, like, basically the looks. I've got the interchangeable arms, I think, all sorted out. Oops, that's uranium. And I think it's working... It should work quite well. And I've even thought about a mechanism that we can use to swap out the parts. And I think it's going to be really cool. I think you guys are really going to like it. The downside is it's not going to happen anytime soon. Because it's going to take a while to get to that stage where we could actually build them. So he would be a utility... Oops, that's uranium. He'd be a utility ship. Oh god, the silver's going everywhere. Come back! Wait for it. Wait for it. There's more. There's more. I lost it. Oh, there's one. There's another one. There's another third one. Sponge. Fourth. Fifth. Okay, these ones aren't staying in the hole. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, where do you think you're going, huh? Back. Go back down. And you. I guess I could have looked at my inventory to know that I was already full. But I didn't. We'll just launch that back into outer space. Okay. Come back. And there's another one there. Is that the other one I hit? Okay, let's just go down. Ah, there we go. Okay. What was I saying? I've totally forgotten what I was saying. Was it important? Molar, module, something. Oh yeah, it's not going to happen for a while. Because we're going to... It's a big ship. I mean, it's not that much bigger than the standard molar, but it is a decent amount bigger. So he's going to need a utility ship in itself just to build them. And we're going to need a lot of parts and all that kind of stuff. And I've been thinking more about our mobile base, which really is just a ship. I don't know why I'm calling it a mobile base. I mean, it's mobile. It's more of a station. I think that's why it's not calling it a ship. It's not going to look like a ship. It's going to look more like just a station that can move around. So that's why I kind of called it a mobile base. But essentially a mobile station. What are you? You're iron. Sure. Take you. So yeah, that will be... I've been thinking about how to do that and how to incorporate this modular molar. So thank you, Darkstar, for suggesting that, because it did spark some brain activity in me. So yeah, I've been thinking about how to do that, and yeah, I'm pretty excited, and I think you guys are going to like it. Because the main issue I have with that kind of stuff, and the moving parts, as I mentioned before, is once you have stuff hanging off your ship with like rotors and pistons and stuff like that, it tends to get... It doesn't fly very well. But using the combination of merge blocks and connectors, I think we can do it. I mean, I know we can do it because I've played around with it. And that way it becomes part of the ship. To destroy my silver. So yeah. And then in terms of how we would swap out the parts, that would be done on our mobile station. It would have a little docking bay, I think, for this molar. Or I'm going to call it the crown molar. And it would have a whole kind of mechanism similar to what you saw in the update video, using kind of that principle. And it would basically... Stone? Well, we need stone too, actually. I don't want stone right now. I want the silver. So yeah, using kind of rotors or even just landing gear, something to latch onto these arms to remove them. And then we could rotate something around and put on the other arms. I don't know if we'll do a drill. 'Cause he's going to be big enough to the point where the drills probably wouldn't work anyway. Like, it wouldn't be like Molar, where he could just drive straight forward and it would clear out all the asteroid. So this guy would probably be just for welders and grinders, and he'd be more for large-scale projects. So if we're working on just like the mobile station, we could use him to. Okay, let me just hold down space so I pick everything up.
Inventory full.
Fine, I won't pick it up. Yeah, he'd be good for that, like basically welding or grinding down a cargo ship, stuff like that. He wouldn't be good for like tight little spaces though. But yeah, so that should be fun. Okay. How are we doing? Let's do that. Let's go back to our production. Actually, let's bring up our assembler. And let's throw this in there. And the gravel. Uranium. Leave them there for now. So how are we doing? Silver, we have no silver. Oh, that went quick. And we still need a bunch of gravel. Okay, so we got 6 more. It's not quite enough. Let's get back to refinery, but we got 1K in there. So once that's done refining, we'll probably have enough. So I might gather a little bit more stone. But while that's doing that, why don't we just take a piece here? We'll let the rest of the stuff float away. This asteroid's going to have enough ores that we don't really need to worry about it. Let's just get enough stone till we're full. Tick. Might as well access the refinery directly. There we go. And let's put our drill away. Let's grab our tools. And let's just, what do we need? Probably need that. Construction. Let's see what these drills need. We're going to need some steel plates, some large steel tubes. So let's grab some large steel tubes, or make some large steel tubes. Is it 4 each? And we need some small steel tubes. Queue those up. I don't know how many. And then we're going to need some steel plates actually as well. So let's grab 100 of those. Hopefully we have enough iron to do all that. Throw those at the edge. And does that bring up? It does. Ooh. Oops. Okay. Steel plates. Small steel tubes. Maybe I didn't need small steel tubes. Oh yeah, I already have some. Oops. Oh well. That's okay. Is it still making them? No. Okay, already done. So let's take those. I throw those in there for now. And that should be all that and that. I think we're going to need some computers or something, are we? I don't know if we have any of those left. So we need computers and steel plates, but just 2 computers, so that shouldn't be too hard. And then, what do we need for you guys? Those, we need actually those motors back. Let's put the interior plates are already in. So we need 6 motors. Where are the motors? Back in the assembler. Okay, so let's queue up 2 computers. Those at the front of the line. Inventory, grab that. Grab that. And we also need a little bit of construction components for these guys, and that should finish off the conveyors. There we go. So yeah, we won't be able to get to that stuff right away, but I am excited for it. And yeah, still working out the look of the thing. But for the most part, it's kind of got its look, and it does look kind of like the Molar. Just got to refine it a bit, smooth out the details. The other issue with it is going to be very hard to recreate in survival. Just trying to copy it over kind of thing, block for block. So we'll see. Maybe they'll introduce... What are you? Maybe they'll introduce blueprints into survival by then, and we could kind of import it as a blueprint, and then however that mechanic works. Can you just go somewhere? There you go. And how are we doing? We'll probably have to move some stuff around. So let's actually check on that assembler. Let's move some more silver over. We'll get some more, and it's out. And... okay, we'll leave that. Okay, we needed large steel tubes. We can carry those, we can. And we got 2 drills. So yeah, I'm still concerned that the connector will disconnect, but it might not. I don't know. When I was messing around with the crown molar, and I was, what did I do? I did something. I did the ownership thing, and that caused the connectors to change states. So I'm worried something like that will happen. Like I said, I think we can recover it from it now anyway, so it's not too big of a deal if it does happen. And we're almost at the stage where we got power there on the platform, and then we don't have to worry about it. Then our next goal will be to get a med bay so that we can die as many times as we want. Let's just go ahead and charge up. Let's check out production. So we still need 39. And how's our refinery doing? Is it still processing? It is. So we had about what do we have? About 1,000K? Over 1,000K. We've only processed about 300 of it. And we've made 11. So we might get there. We might need to get a bit more silver. Have to see. And we're charged. Good. Okay. So what else do we need? We got this thruster component and construction component. Do we have any thruster components left? I don't know if we do, actually. We might just rip these thrusters off that we haven't used yet. I know we like destroyed some of these to get gold, but let's just get as many back as we can. And now we are out of... What are we out of? Oh, we're actually out of iron. That's interesting. Okay, not a problem. Yeah, that's our hold up now. Okay. But we got some of that, we got some of that. So let's take those. And we should be able to finish that. Excellent. So, well, we probably have enough to do the rotor. Should we just risk it and break this guy apart? Worst case scenario, we do the rotor trick to put it back together, assuming that will work. If that doesn't work, we go after a cargo ship. Okay. So we have a thruster in all directions. And they are on. And does he have power in here? I don't remember. Oh, my cursor's off. Let's put that back on. He does. Right. We did that last time. Okay. Well. Kinda want to do it, guys. Kinda want to do it. Gonna do it. Doing it. It's happening. Bam. Okay. No, that's not the hard part. One more to go. Okay. Let's watch the connector. That's fine. You guys were worried. Alright. We're safe. Now, did we actually put the ore detector on this thing? We didn't. Let's go ahead and do that. Is he still on my bar somewhere? Yes, there he is. Number 3. And I'll go ahead and put that just here, I guess. We could put another thruster there, too. Okay, what does he need? He needs a detector component and a computer. We should still have that detector component, I do believe. There it is. And we don't have a computer. Hopefully we can make one more. Can. And that did not bring up the inventory. Okay. There we go. So we can grab some iron with this guy, and we can grab maybe a bit more silver. Then we're in business. Now our next goal would probably be, well, that med bay, after we get the reactor, that is. So right now we're just basically holed up by this refinery. What is it currently doing? Still processing that silver. So because we were in realistic mode for everything, I think there's a setting for the refineries too to make them process faster. So what we're probably going to want to do is get more than one refinery up and running. Now I'd like to get this stuff kind of situated where we kind of want it. I don't want to build these things and then have to tear them down and rebuild them again. I mean, it's okay if we do that, but I'd kind of like to get the mobile base platform started at least, and maybe we'll just do as we were going to do before, make it a station. Okay. Oops. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, he's a little derpy looking, but he's a ship. Okay, let's get our drills. And let's go to town. Let's grab... Wait, there's a... let's find that big patch of iron. Oh yeah, last episode I cut myself off. So I'd learned something about ship design. So when I'm trying to turn here, he's kind of sluggish. It takes a little bit of effort to get him going, and it takes a lot of effort to get him to stop. So I noticed in some of the ships we had in the cooperative series, like Scarabit, flew terribly. Actually, Molar flies pretty bad too. And the reason that is because of, like, Space Engineer is pretty good with, like, physics and stuff, but there's some stuff that's dumbed down, so I never know, like, what's kind of realistic and what's been dumbed down. Oh god, this guy's kind of shaky. Might have to put some more thrusters and a bit more weight on him. But for now, he'll do the job. But one of the things that Space Engineers does do is, I believe it's called, what is it? Rotational inertia, I think. And basically, what it comes down to is mass distribution on your ship will impact how it kind of handles. So like Molar and Scarabit had a lot of their weight kind of on the outside of their ship. So if we bring up, where is it? Center of mass. Right? This guy's center of mass is actually pretty much where the cockpit is. So when you're designing a ship, if you want it to handle well, in terms of like, if you want it to steer quickly and stop quickly without like oversteering, you want to keep the majority of your mass or kind of towards the center of mass or evenly distributed throughout your ship. What you don't want to do is have it towards the outside of your ship, which is kind of what Scarabit was, because his main body was just a cargo container. And they don't actually have... I don't think they've done it yet. Maybe they will eventually. How are we doing? So that's a lot of iron. Let's grab some other stuff. They don't actually, like... I don't think the mass... Like, as we pick up stuff... Like, right now we're at 4,267 kilograms is our weight. So if we... Let's watch that and see if it increases. Oh, and this guy's like overloading. But yeah, it doesn't like increase as you're holding stuff. So most of Scrabbit's weight wasn't really all that useful. It was just that cargo container. So if we watch that, our weight's not going up even though we're picking up ores. So technically our mass should increase, and that might be added into the game at some point. So most of Scrabbit's weight was on the outside. Same with Molar, because I had a lot of heavy armor on the outside, where the inside was just kind of, I had the reactor and stuff like that. But I also had some of the gyros kind of on the outside. So what that meant is it didn't steer very well. So that is one thing I have learned, is try to keep that mass either evenly distributed or towards the center of mass. And that will make for a better handling ship in terms of like steering and stuff like that. You won't like slide around and oversteer. So yeah, I'm trying to take that into account now when I design ships. At least ones we want to fly. So like Molar, not so good. Now one way you can do that, I believe gyros are like the densest block in the game. Like they have a lot of, oh god, this guy's gonna kill himself. They have a lot of steel plates in them. So those are pretty good to keep as close to the center of mass as possible, or wherever you want the center of mass of your ship to be. And that, because, yeah, they can drastically affect kind of your mass distribution compared to any other block, per block area, I guess. Alright, so that was silicone. Oh, no, that's silicone. No, that's what you're looking at, dum-dum. There's nickel. We wanted some gold, I think, so we might go cruise around. Now, eventually we'll probably, once we get that reactor moved over, we'll probably put a connector on the back of this guy. And I'll probably change the thrusters around a bit. But this might be our starter ship, our starter miner ship. But we'll get them a bit more functional and a bit more stable. Oh god, look at that. That thing's moving. So, was that happening all the time? And I just realized. Let's turn those thrusters on. Okay. That should stabilize it. There we go. I don't know if I hit it. I probably hit it when I left, right? Because I bumped it. And I just didn't notice. Well, at least I noticed now. Okay, well, we'll leave that there. But yeah, we'll get a connector on there, and then we can just back up and transfer our stuff over. But for now, let's go cruise around the asteroid a bit. Let's see if we can find some other ores that we could use. And we could probably turn off our center of mass now. And what should we call this guy? He's not a Molar. Well, he's still technically Molar's corpse. I'll leave it for now. If you guys have any ideas for this little guy, let me know. But in terms of other utility ships, there's nickel. I think what I want to bring back is kind of something similar to the Chomper and our Krelda ships, those type of guys, because they're relatively small and nimble, and they should be able to fit in areas. Can we stay in the sun since we don't have a light? Yeah, this guy's tiny and he does not have enough power. And hopefully I don't smash into something and send him flying. But yeah, the benefit of having that connector on here means we can unload the ores a lot quicker, so I don't have to do it by hand, which is pretty much, I think, what we're going to have to do. Let's get rid of the HUD, because I hate it. Can't wait till we can mod the HUD or get rid of the HUD. I wouldn't mind having some information, but not as much as is on there. It's very cluttered, I find. That's why I tend to take it away. But I guess I need it on if I want to see the ores, don't I? But I'm not seeing any gold. There's iron. This asteroid's looking a lot smaller than it used to. Still pretty big, I guess. I think it's one of the bigger ones. Is it? Doesn't look as big as the one we had in our cooperative world, actually. So maybe not. Maybe it's just perspective. What are you? That looks like silicone, maybe. Maybe we'll grab some of that. How is our inventory doing? Not quite full. We have a bit of uranium, stone, silver, and iron. Let's grab some silicone. And by that I mean platinum. Oh no, it is silicone. Or is it? Or are these two different? Are these two the same? Let's grab some and find out. So yeah, this little guy does not steer very well. Most of his mass is probably in the drills, I'm guessing. I'm not too sure. Let's stay in third person while we use him because he is terrible. But he's just a means to an end. So what we'll probably do is, yeah, we'll probably give him heavy armor if we can afford the iron. Just to stabilize him, give him a bit more mass so he doesn't shake around like this. Oh, don't hit anything. That is indeed platinum, okay. And is this silicone then? It looks very similar. Or is the silicone underneath? Let's try. Don't break. Don't you do it. And silicone, okay. I don't think we need much silicone. There's cobalt. I don't remember what stuff needs, to be honest. Magnesium, I think, is mainly used for, like, bullets and stuff. Magnesium, silver. Silicone. Well, it's a good thing I stopped that thing from, like, drifting off. Imagine if I went and mined and then came back and it was, like, gone. It's like, damn. Well, I'm finding everything but gold. I don't even think we need much. Oh, gold right there. That looks like gold. Doesn't look like much, but we don't need much. Gimme. But don't blow yourself apart. Yeah, let's get a little closer. 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 Too close. Oh god. Oh god. We're gonna so blow up. It's gonna happen, guys. Just wait for it. I'm trying to, like, pulse. I don't know if that's better or worse. Is that more uranium? It is. We got lots of uranium. Oh, we sent some gold flying. Alright, that's probably good enough. Let's head back to the corpse. There it is. At least it has its antenna still on. Alright. I've never noticed that with the cursor. I guess because I've never had it on. But it stays, like, in front of you. My little star. Or my cursor that could be mistaken for a star if you stop moving. Alright. Well, I don't think I'll try moving this thing until we get the connector on. So let's take a look how we're doing. Let's see what we have for refinement. And maybe we can move some stuff over. So let's do that. Let's put some stuff in the assembler. And some more iron. And let's go back to production. Clear you. We made one. Okay, what are we out of? We're out of iron. And we're still out of silver, but we're getting there. We have enough gravel now. So let's go back to this thing. Okay. So maybe I'll back up this guy and try to unload some. Thinking. Yeah, that's best. Okay. Where's the ship? Where'd it go? Alright. Whoop. Oh, backwards controls? Nothing could go wrong here. I will be flawless. Flawless. Flaw. And we're good. Alright, let me do some unloading. Of everything. It's working! Alright, we almost have... Well, we don't almost have. We're still waiting on the silver. I forgot about the arc furnace, so I moved the iron into the arc furnace so that it's not holding up this guy. And... you can't... What else goes in the arc furnace? Did we figure that out? There's cobalt and nickel. None of which we have. We have stone. Most of this we don't really need at the moment. But it'd be good to have when we do. Like if we want to make more computers and such. So let's take a look at this guy. We could get him going as far as we can. Still need some steel plates, but we don't need that stuff to actually finish him. We do need... We could grab the reactor components that we have. 24. We're halfway there. Halfway to halfway. So once we get the other 26, we will rip this guy apart for its 50. and move them over. Actually, that'll give us some parts too. And then we got to make a med bay. Let's throw one of those on here. See what that's gonna. This thing's just gonna be like scabbed together. Not gonna be pretty. Look at that beautiful med bay. We could just oops, that's not the rotate down button. Where'd you go? You upside down? Here we go. Could do something like that. All we need is some. Oh wow, that takes a lot of interior plates. Okay, let's grab some of those. Try to move everything back into a connector here, at least whatever we could fit. I'll grab the one as much as we can. And is that right side up? It's kind of upside down. I'm pretty sure it's upside down. I don't think that made a difference. Which way is rotate? I like move the rotation keys to be closer to my hand. There we go. Medical room. Sure. That is perfect. That I couldn't put it any better way than that. That was just beautiful. It's terrible, I'm sorry. Alright. Well, we're almost there. I want to get this reactor up and running before we call it an episode, so I'm going to hang around and wait for this stuff to finish, and we'll bring you back for that. Do it, do it, do it. Maybe we're already there. No, we're not. Gonna die. That should do it. Let's go. We're finally gonna have our reactor. It's gonna be amazing. Making a big deal out of just like a little reactor. No. Put in me, please. Thank you. Where'd it go? Other end. Alright, so that should give us... oops. Almost everything. I have to go take the other one apart now. But as we can see, it just needs 50. So... now... I guess this is going to fall apart when I take this apart. Which means we should probably grind it down. So we'll do that. But I think we're secured now. We should be good to go. So we'll do that for the next episode. Kind of run out of time for today. But our reactor is pretty much ready to go. We just have to transfer some parts over, get rid of the rest of the molar corpse, and we should be good to go. So the next episode, we might try to upgrade this guy, get him a bit better equipped, so he's not so shaky. So we'll give him some better thrusters. We'll change the thruster placement. I think what I want to do is put another cargo on the back of him, because we're on the realistic, that cargo is going to fill up quite quickly. So I think if we put another one just right here, that should be good. And then we'll put the connector behind that. And then we'll wrap him up in armor, put some more thrusters down. Maybe try to improve his center of mass and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully he'll suit our needs for the early stages of our mining until we can get something better up and running. And then we'll probably start work on the mining platform, get that kind of, or our mobile base platform, get that kind of situated. And yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.